to give away today.
Good evening, David. I don't know if you've ever experienced having a new puppy, but these are the two things that you need the most.
I did have a new puppy out in Thailand, and he only stayed in one night, and the rest of the time he lived outside. And that was the first night. And yes, he did all of that inside. And I thought, well, that's it. He can sleep outside from now on. And he never.
He's gone berserk. He's gone berserk. He was under control, and then 10 minutes ago, he's gone berserk. He just stood on the stairs and just did a wee, and it was like a little waterfall wee, which was fantastic. Anyway, how is your evening going? What dram are you having?
Well, I just saw this on my desk because I was just pouring some samples for someone, but it's one of our brandies.
Ooh, is that? I'm very partial to that grapple that we've got for Boutique.
The grapple's good. This is the Papal, which is the peach apple, which I think is fantastic.
Oh, fantastic. What have we got coming up tonight, David? We're going to have to rattle through them.
We are going to rattle through them. We're not doing them in alphabetical order, but we are going to start with an A, I believe. Yeah, we've got 11 whiskies from right around Scotland, one from Ireland, a couple from Irish whiskies as well, one from a long closed distillery. Yeah, we've got some pretty special stuff.
Oh my goodness, what have we got first up?
First up is a bundle from the Isle of Arran, Scotland.
I love a bundle.
Yeah, this is 3 bottles, a 25-year-old, a 17-year-old, and their remnant renegade. Remnants. As an independent bottler, remnants is something that we end up with, when we're bottling stuff. And this is a selection of remnant casks. So yeah, let's rattle through it. Just 99 tickets. So yes, it's a nice little trio, and the 25-year-old Arran will be absolutely beautiful. It'll be full of those tropical fruity notes that you get from those old Arrans. We've had a couple of gorgeous ones as an independent bottler.
Look at the colour of those liquids.
They'll be good.
Like fire. It's like looking at a fire.
Are you ready with that wheel?
Oh my God, I'm almost ready with this wheel. Are you ready to put the wheel on the screen?
There it is.
Ready. Here we go.
Pick
1 of 11, Arran Trio, Renegade.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Lou. Host on.
Adriana Ray.
Hey, Adriana, well done. You've got a lovely triple set of Arrans there. That's fantastic news. Good to
Fantastic news, Adriana. Well done. Maybe my first favourite or second favourite, when the other Adriana that I like is Adriana from The Sopranos.
Okay.
Thanks. Not
I don't know what you were talking about. Yeah, Sopranos. Aren't they singers? Singers are Sopranos, aren't they?
Incredibly stylish. Yes, that's mine. What have we got coming up next now, David?
Well, I'm very glad that this sold out as well. A 36-year-old Tomatin from the Highland Distillery up near Inverness, Inverness, up there in the Highlands there, just outside of the Speyside region. This is a 36-year-old. It's their 10th release, so this is all small batches. And they do one. I think they've been doing one every year. This is a old Tomatin. It's always delicious. Lots of tropical notes again in these ones. Sort of tropical fruity notes come through in those old Tomatins. This will be beautiful. I've tried some of the earlier batches. Let's pick a winner.
I like the box because the box has got like its own shadow. Obviously, that's where the bottle goes in. I know it's not like a painted shadow. It's not like some sort of like Zorro character. But fantastic. Okay. Should we see who's going to win this?
Yeah, the box looks great because you can see the bottle in the box, so you can see your level. When I get bottles at home, I dump the box immediately. That's the first thing I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
Don't you keep the box?
Nope.
Often I don't keep the box, and then I need the box to refer to, and then I have to Google image the box to find out the information that I need.
It goes. I can't be bothered with opening boxes and getting the whiskey out and then putting it back in. I did that for a few years. No. Let's pick a winner.
A man that lives on the edge. That's what I like about you, David. Okay, here we go. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Batch 10. Who's the winner? Hip hop version.
Hey, you picked yourself a banger there. Tomatin, 36-year-old, batch 10. There she blows. Well played.
Yeah, she is. Good evening, Lou Hastings, as well. Hope you're doing very well.
Next up is, yes, we're going to go over to Ireland for the Midleton Very Rare 2023. Now, this is part of their annual releases, Very Rare series, and apparently it goes back to 1984, and I didn't realize it went back so far. 84 with a Very Rare. So
84 was a very good year of people being born as well.
It must be a very good year. Yeah, I had
it on that year of the rat. That is year of the rat.
It's a very difficult year as well for Scottish whiskey. Not a lot was made in 84. Lots of distilleries were being anyway. This is Irish.
This is Irish. We're talking about Irish here. It's fine.
This is Irish. So what happens is the master distiller delves into the inventory in the warehouse and picks a number of different casks and marries them together. So this is a combo of pot stilled whiskey and a single grain Irish whiskies that they make down in Midleton, the new distillery down there. And yes, this was 2003. So this was sold out, just 59 tickets at £5 a pop. So yeah, if you pick this one up, I'm going to throw that wheel in right now.
What can people expect from this liquid, Dave, before we do the wheel?
It'll just be beautifully balanced. This has been put together by the team there. This is something special from their master distiller who picks the cask, marries them together, and just gets something that is just beautifully balanced. Now, some of these have been boxed in sort of local, like this one isn't. This was more of a traditional style of a box, and hopefully it'll get drunk.
I think it's going to get drunk. Should we find out who's going to drink it?
Let's get
what a segue.
Get someone into.
Here we go.
Let's go. It'd just be beautifully balanced.
Congratulations.
Well done, Tom. Enjoy that, and don't forget to send us pictures when you get these bottles. Yeah, the team will be getting in touch with all our winners later on this week, and so yeah, as soon as you get your prizes, let's see them.
No one panic if it's not immediately tomorrow. Our little Christmas elves are multitasking incredibly well this week. Steam's coming off their fingers. They're typing so fast.
Okay, next up, we've got some Ardbeg. Hurrah! I thought we were missing some Ardbeg. This is a fifth batch of their 19-year-old. Easy for you to say. Apparently, it's something like Trivan. How do you pronounce it? It's Ardbeg, Traigh. It's almost like tray, but I think it's tree. Might be try. And BHAN is definitely van. It's definitely van, as in so that's definitely van. But it's a 19-year-old. It's aged in a combination of American oak and Oloroso sherry. It's one of those limited editions from Ardbeg, as they keep releasing them every now and again. 75.
What will the combination of the oak and the sherry bring to the liquid? Will one override the other?
Well, you're gonna get the 19 years. The peat will have subdued a little bit, so the peat will soften and become a bit fruitier, and then you've got the big sherry cast. So yes, it'll be delicious. Smoky, barbecued fruits.
A smoky one.
Aye, this is a smoky one. Okay, are you ready?
Who's going to win this smoky little prize? Should we find out?
Let's do that. Okay, just 75 tickets were sold, and it's a sellout. There's only 75 tickets, so 1 in 75. Let's pick a winner.
Here we go. Oh, it's the spooky one. I love the spooky one. Vanessa, congratulations.
Vanessa, you have just won yourself a great Christmas present.
Kind of got all the ladies in the house tonight, which I'm very much enjoying.
Yes, me too, to be honest. Yeah. I mean, who wants to hang around with grumpy old men like me?
We want fresh, beautiful women coming into whiskey, which they are already drinking because they've got very good taste. That's why they're buying tickets.
Well, my eldest works in the industry as well. So.
Oh, yeah.
Going up to Edinburgh this morning for work. Yeah. Okay, coming up next, we're going back over to Ireland. Again, it's coming from the new Midleton distillery down there near Cork. This is an exclusive cask, a single cask, Master of Malt. It is an exclusive. It's a Green Spot, 10-year-old. Green Spot was one of the original sort of bonders, Irish bonder, Mitchell and Sons, for sourcing whiskey, and they sourced, like, you know, they bought the new make and matured it themselves. So this is sort of bringing it back. This has had an 8-month finish in Vinsanto wine cask on the sunny island of Santorini. Not the whiskey, just the cask.
So it's finished in a Greek cask.
It's finished in a Greek wine cask. Yes, indeed.
Oh, interesting.
So triple distilled pot still whiskey in a wine cask. So pretty exclusive. It's just one of 300 bottles. There were just 59 tickets available for this one, and it all sold out. And 1 in 59.
Who's going to win this wonderful Greek-inspired winey whiskey? Should we find out?
Let's pick a lucky winner.
Canal. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Canal, yeah, I think so, yeah.
Sorry, Canal, if that's not how you pronounce it. And again, guys, send in your photos of you and your bottles.
Yeah, last week's winners, we want to see those pictures of your cheesy grins. This week's winners, when you get them, we definitely want to see those cheesy grins. More points if you're in Christmas jumpers, I'm sure.
Christmas jumpers, elf hats, snow.
What's next? Oh, no, it's not that one. It's this one, isn't it? No, it's this one.
La Prague. Is that how we pronounce it?
Lafroig.
My pronunciation is just completely out the window.
I thought you said that, wasn't it? Lafroig. What did you say?
Oh, I think I went La Prague.
Oh, Lafroig.
I do know. Sometimes I know what I'm talking about. Very rarely, but.
Oh no, I make it up as I go along. It's much easier.
Oh God, yeah. I just can't. Hopefully next week I'm not normally this red in real life, just on screen. Just bring it out of me. Dave, you can attest that I'm not normally this red. Anyway, it's fine. Tell me about this bottle.
Well, this is kind of special. This is brand new. I've not seen this before. It's called Lafroig Elements, and it's the first edition from a new series from this Islay distillery. And it's meant to be delving into sort of different aspects of the distillery's production. Well, it's made from 100% Islay malt, which is unusual because, you know, there's not an awful lot of Islay malt grown on Islay, so it's going to be quite narrow margin of what could be made there. And this has been a single malt focused on what could be achieved through adaptation during distillation, and rather than the influence of the cask. So the distillery team were given a free rein to create something unexpected. And so what do they do here? They normally use a sort of a semi-cloudy wort. When you're making the beer, the wash, you can put it through the mash tun, you can get clear worts and you get cloudy worts. Clear worts gives you the grassiness, cloudy gives you a nuttiness. And so they've done something in the middle here, sort of grassy and nutty. They've been playing around. There's lots of things you can do in the distilling process. Normally the distilleries are set up to make one style of malt. Certainly, they were all set up to make one style of malt in the olden days, because it was all destined for blending, and it was all set up what the blenders want this distillery to make. Some distilleries are allowed to do this freehand. Some distilleries have two distinct styles. So this one they've been allowed to play, which is kind of cool. So they must have
created a wonderful grass nut.
Grassy nuts.
Grassy nuts. There we are.
They've done a 50-50 combo of this, which is a little unusual. It's not something we've seen before.
Have you tasted it?
I haven't. No, this is brand new. Brand new Lefroy Elements. I've not seen it before. This is new to me. I don't know how long this has been out. But yeah, just 59 tickets were available for this one. Just a £5. So I wish I could have played, and I would have been happy to.
Lou is
Lefroy,
enjoying Lou's chat here with my French accent. I've got a funny story about my French accent, how I can't speak French, and I went to France with my friends, so I just speak English with a French accent, and we had a massive argument. And she says, this liquid is delicious. So let's have a go and see who's going to win this. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Who's going to win the Elements 1.0? Oh, funky. Ah, yes. Congratulations.
E-K-S. I thought it was going to say Boutique Dave up there in a minute.
Are you self-winning here? Oh, God, the Nightmare Dog wants to come up.
I've done everything I can to hack into this, but I've not got very far. That's all I can say. Next up. We're going in reverse.
Right, he's going down again.
Okay, I'm really surprised this didn't sell out. A 43-year-old Ladyburn, I guess, because not many people would have heard of this distillery. It was only around for under 10 years, this distillery.
Whereabouts was it?
Down in Girvan, in Ayrshire, within the site of the Girvan Grain Distillery. There is another distillery there now called, what's it called? Alsa Bay, because that's the Alsa Rock out in the bay, of course it is. So there is another malt distillery there today, Alsa Bay, but Ladyburn was built on the site. The Girvan distillery was built in 1963, which is a fantastic year for building distilleries and being born. It's a huge, great big distillery, built in a year by William Grant and Sons. Charlie Gordon was the guy who sort of supervised it all, and some great stories about him getting this distillery together. Well, they built the Ladyburn Malt Distillery 3 years later in 1966. It was closed in 75. And demolished by 76. So this distillery was around for just 9 years making malt.
Why did they close it?
I guess it wasn't producing. I guess they just had too much else going on. They got the Balvenie distillery, they've got the Glenfiddich distillery, two sort of key standards. And then they built the Kinninvie a little bit later. I guess it was. It just didn't.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Things aren't meant to be.
So this is just a tiny little bit of remnants that we had left. Well, we only 32 bottles of this. It's 43 years old. This distillery was, anyway, rare as rock and roll shit.
A little drop of history.
A little drop of liquid history. Just 5 tickets sold for this one.
So that bottle is gorgeous.
It's pretty plain. It's just one of our Master of Malt bottlings. It's one of our Master of Malt bottlings. It's not a distillery release, but it's just something we picked up, we found and bottled it. Well, it was just a parcel of whiskey, just a tiny.
Lovely forgotten gem. Shall we find out who's going to win this?
Please, let's find someone.
Here we go. Ammo. Oh, winner.
You are a winner, sir. Sam O, or ma'am. It could be Samantha as well as the Sam. Anyway, Sam O. Well done.
Samo.
That's a lovely, drop of liquid history. Okay, what's up next? We're going to go back into the smokiness. So this is a special release of the ever popular Big Pete series from our friends up in Douglas Lang in Glasgow. I think they're celebrating their 75th birthday this year as an independent bottler, family bonder and bottler. Really lovely people. Big Pete was the first of their core range, and they have a number of others which we've released in a few of the competitions before. This has been finished in a Mizunawa cask, and I think we were talking about Mizunawa last week. Japanese water oak, notoriously difficult to work with, certainly for making a cask.
We were talking about this last week.
Yeah.
Yes, we were.
So this was a brand new Mizunawa oak cask that was sourced from Hokkaido. And they finished it. So yeah, completely unusual. What does the Mizunawa oak bring to the party? Well, it brings sort of an incense-like fragrance coming out, sandalwood, florally, gently floral notes. So yeah, this will be sort of unusual, a little bit special.
It looks like liquid sunshine.
We could do with some. Liquid. Oh, I've got some liquid sunshine in my glass. Yeah, it's just been liquid. It's been pissing down most of the weekend up here. I didn't even get outside for a walk yesterday. I was most annoying. Anyway.
Okay, should we see who this winner is of this liquid sunshine in a bottle?
Yep, just 50 tickets were available for this, so it's a 1 in 50 chance again. Let's pick a winner.
Here we go. With the hip hop style. Ben M. Yep, there we go. Ben, you've won a Mizunawa Big Pete for you. Yeah, lots of people collect the Big Not
Pete.
Ben 10, Ben M.
Not Ben 10. Yeah, there we go.
Ben M.
Okay, what am I doing next? Oh, this is the one I wanted.
Oh, this is a.
Look at those bottles. Are they beautiful, those bottles? And they have, I'm pretty certain these are the big, heavy stoppers that you don't want to get thrown at you. They're like big heavy.
Who would throw a stopper at you, Dave?
Lots of people. They're queuing up to throw stoppers at me, Alex.
I will act as a human shield for you, Dave. Any day, just say the word.
Okay, Glenmorangie Grand Vintage Trio from 1996, 1997, and 1998. So they're beautifully presented 70 cl bottles, as you can see. They're the prettiest looking bottles. These are some of Dr. Bill's early cask experiments, so they will start to see those sort of things. So he's done lots of things with his special editions over the years with new oak, red wine barrels from certain. He's a big wine connoisseur as well as a whiskey maker and blender, and so he likes finding these wine casks and saying, "I wonder what that'll do to my whiskey." So yes, this is really special stuff. This is one of the big ones. The Ladyburn was probably the big one. This would set you back something in the region of just under £2,000 to buy those three.
Wow.
We had just 199 tickets.
And they were all sold out.
They were indeed. And
this is going to be a pretty special Christmas present to someone. Hopefully it should last. It's the 3 weeks before Christmas, a bottle a week. But responsibly drunk.
With friends, yes.
With friends.
Yeah, with family and friends. Yeah.
Okay, let's find out who has won these little vantages. Are you ready?
I am indeed.
Who's going to win?
97, 98. Some good news there.
Just a classic click this time. Warner. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Sean.
Sean, you've won 3 bottles.
Oh, beautiful vintages from 96, 97 and 98. Some good memories of those years for me.
Oh, Sean, it would be great if you could dress up in the style of 96, 97, 98 with those bottles.
I'm still in the 70s.
Tell the number 1 artist from those years to photograph with those bottles.
I'm still in the 70s, as you can see.
Oh, you're just a classic. You're just a classic. You're just a classic. That's all I can say.
Okay. Oh, this is good. This is another one I wouldn't mind winning as well. Yeah. That's funny. There's nearly all of them I wouldn't mind winning, to be honest. Okay. This is
so unfair that we can't enter.
I know, it's a little unfair, but we know the answers to the questions too easily. This is a 30-year-old Bunnahabhain. So we're back on the Isle of Islay. There's lots of Islay again on this lot here. Lefroy's, Bears. Yeah, there's lots of and Bunnahabhain and Big Pete obviously features quite a bit of Islay.
Smoky Petey Smoky night tonight.
Well, Bunnahabhain wouldn't have been smoking their malt back then. 30 years ago, that would have been 93, 94, 92, 93, 94, somewhere around there. They definitely weren't peating their start doing that until 1997, I think, when they started.
You know what the decision was on, like starting to smoke and kind of use peat?
Really because of single malts coming into. So this distillery was built to supply malt for the blended whiskey industry, and so it was the master blenders at different blending companies would dictate what style of whiskey they made. Yeah, they started experimenting with peat in the later 90s. So this is kind of special. Very nice.
Look at this baby, a navy blue packaging as well. That's a sign of royalty, I think.
It is.
That might be purple, but it's very similar.
It's a beautiful, beautiful looking whiskey, I must admit. Yeah.
What could you expect from this?
Well, 30 years, I would have thought the wood would have started to take over. This has been spent time in sherry cask. I'm pretty certain it will less of the distillery character and more of the cask coming in for this. So I think lots of sherry casks have been involved here. So yeah, big, rich, fruity notes and dark chocolate, I would say.
The perfect Christmas sip.
Perfect sip, period.
Perfect sip, period. Summer solstice, spring, autumn, Christmas.
I'll have it here all the time. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Let's pick a winner.
Find out who is the lucky winner of this decades-old beauty.
3 decades, yeah. 30 years old. Yeah.
Here we go.
Big winner, just 99 tickets. Yeah.
Calming music. This calming music. What's the date? Congratulations.
Congratulations, Russell. Yeah, let's see that picture of your cheesy grin when you're sipping that, because I think you'll find that to be absolutely spectacular.
It's going to be incredible. Increds.
I think we've rattled through them all, haven't we? We've got one more to go.
We've got the last one.
So, well, we've done all right.
Tonight.
We were told to keep the small talk to a minimum, as we got a lot to get through.
Which is very hard for us, let's be honest.
Yeah, thanks to each other every day.
If only it could be more.
Absolutely. Okay, what's up next? We're back in Speyside with this Glenfiddich, and we're
Look at that beautiful bottle and stuff.
This is absolutely glorious looking, isn't it? Really delicately.
It's magnificent.
I think it is. This is a 29-year-old single malt. It's their Grand Yozakura. Yozakura is a Japanese twist here. It's another Japanese twist, Mizunawa Yozakura. This has been finished in Japanese our Mori cask, which is sort of a distilled spirit from rice, long grain rice, like a sake, where sake is a beer, isn't it? It's polished rice. Very, very clever how they polish these rice.
What flavor would the rice kind of bring out in this? Because sake is kind of like that, not sour, is it? But it's kind of you can really taste it. It's like a rice wine. What notes would that bring out in the whiskey?
Yeah, I don't know how they get away with this. We can't use a cider cask. We can use a Japanese wine cask. I guess it's because it's a Japanese spirit. We can use tequila.
Casks now.
Sorry?
People are using tequila casks now with the whiskey, aren't they?
We are, yeah, traditional tequila cask. Yeah, it's been a tradition in Scotland for hundreds of years.
What's the wildest cask you've ever heard about to put a whiskey in?
Well, outside of Scotland,
yeah,
they are putting. They have been trying lots of different woods. I've tried some out of cherry wood, some apple wood, chestnut is fairly common here. I mean, to be honest, I wasn't that impressed with these other woods that have been used in distilleries outside. Have you tried any, what kind of like whiskey that's been put into casks? So like we have a sake cask, have you tried, what's the weirdest like cask you've tried? Not wood, but like previous liquid. I think probably the weirdest whiskey I've had has been whiskey where the malt has been smoked using sheep dung. That's definitely the weirdest.
Ooh.
That's talking about the malt and smoke. But if we're talking about the cask, it would have been Fishki. Whiskey with a
Fishki. I remember your story about Fishki.
Yeah, that's whiskey that's been matured in an old herring cask. Yeah.
Fishy. Sounds fishy to me.
So yes, this is sort of special.
Here we go.
Let's pick a winner out for this one. So there were just 175 tickets for this 1,600-pound bottle of whiskey. Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, it's not only an incredible liquid, but it looks incredible too. It looks absolutely beautiful on your shelf once you've finished with the stock.
Yeah.
Are we ready? Should we pick a winner for this final evening?
Let's see if it's Boutiquey Dave.
Or me. Oh, it's the calming music. Sylvia Day. I think that is hopefully a lady. I'm not unbiased.
Yep, that's my Auntie Sylvia. Great, well done.
Auntie Sylv, she's coming in hot.
It's not my Auntie Sylvia. Honest, it's not. I just made that up.
None of our friends and family are allowed to enter these competitions, just to reiterate that, guys. It's very unfair, but that's the way it is.
Excellent. We have all our winners.
Congratulations, everyone. What have we got coming up next week as we get into it's really heating up for Christmas?
There's an awful lot of amazing. I've just seen some big hitters go up today. Hugh Lafroy, 34-year-old, the Ian Hunter story, book 5. I think we've had back book 4 or 3 earlier this year. A Highland Park 1988 vintage. Oh, how much I would love that 88 vintage Highland Park. Wow. That's a big prize.
Just amazing, these whiskies that you can get for such a price. Obviously, if you win, but even so, it's incredible getting these rare, amazing bottles for coffees, really.
Yeah, I think there's a few tickets for the Hakushu 18-year-old from Japan. A few tickets left. Maybe that might have sold out now, actually. The Bushmills 25, which would be absolutely delicious. There is, of course, the 1956 59-year-old single malt from Speyside.
That is, when have we got that coming up?
In the next week or the next 2 weeks, I can't remember.
It's coming up before Christmas, isn't it? And that is
definitely. We've got 2 more draws, haven't we, before Christmas? We must have the 11th, and we must have the 18th, mustn't we? So
yeah, get your tickets. Yeah, we've
I don't
got the
expect we'll be.
11th and the 18th. Yeah, and then the next one is actually Christmas Day.
Are we doing it?
I don't think we're doing a draw on Christmas Day. We're very
But
dedicated, but I don't know if we're that dedicated.
we might be a bit tipsy.
Oh my God, imagine. I'd be even more fun.
I'd definitely be tipsy.
Amazing.
Right. Okay.
Guys, get your tickets in. Join us. Join us for the live. Hopefully.
Thank you very much for joining us this evening. Lovely to hang around with you again.
Oh, Dave, it's always a pleasure. You know, I love spending time with you.
Thank you for
Tasting
spinning
your
the
knowledge.
wheels.
Hearing your stories. It's always an absolute joy. I think my dog has finally calmed down as well, so there'll be less barking.
Time to take him out for a little walk, then I would have thought. A little rocky loop.
A little poo walk, I think. Or maybe I'm going to lie on the settee and have another glass of wine and my boyfriend can do that.
Okay. Thank you guys for joining us. It's been
Thanks,
lovely.
everyone.
No
Same
problem.
time next week, everyone.